Welcome to another Midnight Rabbi inspired class with Emunah. Time is a little bit moving, being that it's after Pesach. We're already in Ferriss and Lewis Howes. This is the special time we count our way from Pesach to Shavuos, which is the Kabbalah Torah, the receiving of the Torah. Every year, the same, or this in a way the same, but in a bigger way actually, as we get closer and closer to Mashiach, the or Mashiach, or Chosef, from this special light that's coming into the world. As we can see, the fact that I'm speaking to you right now on a video and that you can watch this, or other reasons you can see out there. There's someone called Rabbi Alan Anava. He's had a life near death experience, and we see that have such an unbelievable awe in the world that people are going through very powerful experiences to wake themselves up. And this is something which means we don't have much time. Like, we have to focus, we have to get ourselves into gear. Now, even in the world out there, the bigger world, that seems bigger, but really it's smaller, but the bigger world that we look at through the media and the online services, there's the world of videos of inspiration that are out there from people like Tony Robbins, and I've already mentioned a few times Stephen Covey, someone I get a lot of inspiration from. There's also other people as well. I don't remember all their names, Michael Hyatt, and I'm enjoying this guy called Lewis, who's been interviewing people, I called Tim Ferriss. Different people out there who all come together, and for me personally, and bring out a very focused light that we have to really, even as, I'm a Jew, so I have to internalize it in my Jewish way, but with Emunah, that the idea that we have to focus ourselves, and especially this week, which is the week of Gevurah, the week we're counting the second week of Sfira, and especially after Pesach, which is a more Zman of Ahava, Chesed. Now we're in a Zman of Gevurah, and the Parsha Kadoshim to you is a Zman of Yira. It's a Parsha, it's a Zman of fear in a good way, in a healthy way, awareness and awesomeness. Awesome, everyone says awesome, but the real meaning of awesomeness, which is to have awe and to be filled with that awe and to feel that unbelievable feeling of standing in front of Hashem all the time when you're davening and talking to Him, and in life, and every time you're with another person, to have to re'echa kamocha ani Hashem. It's every single person you have to have a mitzvah to love them, to connect with them, to give to them that feeling of their importance and your importance. And that's ani Hashem. That's with Hashem. It's Hashem's there in that experience, and that's the Divrei Chaim, is a famous yacht site this week. The idea of the stanza says, "How do you know you're not Erev? How do you know you're not the people that came with the Jews that went out at the time, that were really the mixed multitude, that weren't really focused on Hashem's mission and what the Jewish people were about, and everything went a bit off? How do you know you're not one of those guys, or one of those people, whatever?" So the real test is, the inner test is, how much do you love other Jews and other people, and to love your fellow man. And that ability to know if you really love your fellow man, that's the test. If you really love Hashem, and that you're from a pure, like it says, you're chasodim, bashanim, rachmanim, you have all these good midas of being kind and caring and fear. You have a certain shame and self-respect, and you also rachmanim, you have mercy on people. But this is the idea, that to come to these levels, you have to know that you have to check yourself. That's the idea. So how do we check ourselves? So come back to all these inspirational people out there. The big thing is the mission statement. That is the goal, focus. What is my goals? What are my mission? How do I set out to achieve? I personally have my own mission statement, and I'm thinking about it right now, as I'm going over like what I'm going to say to you, but I'm feeling like I'm not living up to it fully. I'm working in the customer service world, and I'm training and honing my skills, doing the best I can. And that's not really what I plan to do with the larger mission in life. However, it is helping me be able to mefarnes, that I can put this video up, have the time of day in the middle of the morning, put this up. So then it therefore is part of that mission. The question is, finance means to help pay for it. But the idea is that, because no one's donated, no one's given any money for these videos yet. You do have the opportunity to, anytime you like, and that will be your merit in these videos. They will go to your schus and your merit, and we'll use that money for charitable purposes. But the point is that I would like to know, in a deep way, what is my mission statement? And like I said, one of the things is I'd like to be much more involved with charitable causes and helping people live inspired, which is what this is about, and also other important parts of myself, which I feel that slowly bringing out. And that's part of the mission statement, that it does take time. We have hopefully a long life. But one of the points is that you learn from these very successful people. They're excellent. They're fantastic at focusing. That's kavura, that's focusing, intense concentration, and that's the idea of simsum, of bringing them to focus exactly all your energy, like Yitzchak Avinu, to focus exactly what we need to do in the world. He was able to give up his whole life for Hashem. We have to give up our whole life for this world to do what we have to do for Hashem. And that means with all our energy, we're not doing it for the world, we're doing it for God, but we're doing it with the life of this force of this world. We're giving it up, all the different parts of ourselves, all the food we eat, everything. Now we're back to chametz. Now we have to use that energy, and that's a tremendous energy. And this is a very deep idea which I learned over Pesach from Y.Y. Jacobson, that everything has much bigger energy power into it than you realize. That, for example, the nutrition you eat is very powerful, and it comes from a higher source. So that's why it's kadoshim to you. You have to use it in the right way. You have to use it in a holy way, and that's the idea of bringing it in. That was Yitzchak Avinu's light, the way he ate, the way he served Hashem. That was how he was going to give the brachas, the blessings to Yaakov and Esau. And that's the idea, that really this power of eating, comes from even higher source. And that's very important to realize that in the higher worlds, everything's actually the other way around. Our souls actually need that. The nitzots, the sparks in the food, is even higher from Alam HaTorah, from the world of chaos. There's a tremendous power up there that we have to bring into the Kalim, and that's what we're doing every day. When we're learning and we're talking together, we're growing, and that's the mission statement that I have, to try and bring out this spark of spirituality into everything, into our life. And that's something that comes with focus. It's not going to come from flying around up there. It's bringing it down into our daily life. So that's, for example, making yourself a more balanced, healthy lifestyle, nutrition, healthy lifestyle. There's a lot of going on with the whole, God forbid, the cancer. That's right now someone's seeing shiva over this. This is a very crazy, scary experience that people are going through en masse, that we have to save ourselves from all these diseases. How? One of the ways is the nutrition. There's the Truth About Cancer group. There's these other people that are out there that are trying to help us with the food and health. And I'm constantly trying to educate myself how powerful this concept is in a physical sense, but there's also the spiritual sense, that it comes from the higher source. So to bring out that higher source, the food, the energy that's in there in the right way, we have to know how we're eating it, what we're eating, and use it in a way that focuses our energy to do what our purpose is in this world. So let's just sum up that we have a mission statement, we have a goal. I want to inspire. I want to be able to use my time to inspire, and that's my mission statement. You have to write your mission statement, write down what are your goals, and you have to work out how you're going to get there. I'm trying to do it with this, and I have other tools. Everyone has their method, and you can see from, for example, Tim Ferriss, the 4-hour work week, the 4-hour workout, whatever, all these different ideas of getting yourself focused and be able to achieve the most in the smallest amount of time. And it all goes together with all these other big people, like the idea out there that have been successful, that they focus themselves, and all the Siddiqim, the Siddiqim, they were able to focus and live the moment to the most intense and powerful experience, and to draw out the most in every moment. And for example, to the mizgabet, to control yourself. So all this food, if you don't eat it right, it gives all this extra energy that, God forbid, can end up in anger and other things. You have to control that. You have to use that energy. Right now, the kids going back to school, teachers have to control themselves, and the kids have to also misgaba, and we parents have to misgaba, have to control. That's what misgaba means, control. To be ezik gibor, we have to be strong. How? Kavitz tzisro, to control our Yetzirah, to not just be whatever, someone's coming up, to not be whatever. No, there's a purpose, we have a mission. Even the non-Jewish people in en masse are starting to know more and more about this importance of focusing and have a mission. And even in the world at large, it's becoming a need, a thirst for Emunah, to have a mission. What am I here for? To have purpose, that everything has a direct focus. And that's often by going in, that's the mission statement, going within and finding that inner core of what I want to do and what each part of you want to do, to work that out, to give time to that, to make important time in your life. That important process of mission statement. And that, obviously, once again, it starts off before that last week with the proactiveness of giving and kindness and getting out there and doing massive action, making the world a better place. But they come now focus, well, what am I going to do with all that energy? What am I going to do with all that energy? Where do I want to head? Once you have it focused exactly where you want, then all your energy goes towards that. And that's with the healthy lifestyle, healthy food, healthy way of thinking. And then you will be successful. And then we'll get to next week where we'll go, and the next following weeks as we go into a new month of Iyar, and a month of where it's all spirits, all these very powerful concepts coming together. And we'll talk about that. It should be a good, blessed week and a blessed month coming up. And I'll see you next week. Tune in, keep sharing the light. And once again, this needs to be got over and over. The mission statement, the healthy lifestyle, and the importance of focusing yourself, of how really knowing what your goals are and living up to them in a daily, inspired way. With Emunah. All the best.